What is good, everybody? Welcome back to an all-new TAETRO live stream. We're here, we're live, like we are every Thursday. Thank you all so much for joining today. Great stream for you today. Important stream because that time of the year is upon us. The time of great savings. The time where you might be considering to get yourself some goodies. Something you might not have got the rest of the year because maybe it's a little too expensive. But there comes a time every year around this time, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, where things start to go on sale. There start to be some deals popping up. And you don't feel so bad because, hey, if I can get 25% off here, 45% off here, 95% off here, I might as well go for it, right? And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, because all those random deals I just shouted out are not random. In fact, they reflect some of the deals that we're going to talk about today. So what I noticed is Black Friday doesn't just happen on Black Friday anymore. Black Friday happens 2 weeks before Black Friday. Cyber Monday, 2 weeks before. So all these deals are already happening. They're already out there. And instead of throwing together a big video, which is kind of unnecessary, I figured let's take it on in this stream. And I'm going to show you all the stuff that I use, that I've been tapping into, that I've seen is currently on sale for Black Friday. So we're going to be going through some plugins and some hardware that I've seen that's on sale, some stuff that I have. I'm going to show you why I like it, why I use it, and if you want to get it, take advantage of the deals. Now you're more informed. You can ask questions along the way as usual. And I want to know, how are you all today? Are you going to talk about free stuff? I'm not sure. There's some stuff that's like nearly free. I know I'm going to be really brutally honest with you all. I do not think, I understand everybody out there is trying to do their thing, trying to get the tools, trying to save as much money as possible. I think the discourse on free plugins, where like every music producer / YouTube creator does 3 videos a week on free plugins, I do not think that that is valuable for the producer community. Personally, I think if we're constantly going around expecting everything to be free, it's you need to be thinking about investing in your craft. But that is why Black Friday and Cyber Monday is great, because some of these things that are usually a bit more expensive are now more affordable. So am I going to be talking about free things? Probably not. There's like at least one of these deals where you throw something and you get it free. Are there any budget audio interfaces you stick by? I say the Focusrite audio interfaces are great. Focusrite Scarletts are great, as well as the Arturia Audio Fuse. That's more expensive. Mini Fuse is a good budget as well. Scarlett or the Mini Fuse. I'm on it. 49 years for Pigments. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And hello to everybody in chat. Hello, Leah. Hello, Piccolo Black, Chadwick Rider, Diva, my members. Thank you all for being here. If I missed your name, sorry. Thomas Adams, hello. Members, this is important for you. I recently posted, but track review streams are coming back, and members only workshop. So this, Noir said, and I'm about to be broke. What's up, Noir? Listen, members and anybody who's not a member, you can still join and get access to this stuff. But on Saturday, we will be doing a track review stream. That means any member who is over in Discord can drop their track links, and I'll be giving feedback live on stream. Y'all are welcome to join in and watch live and hang out. It's a fun time. But members, we kind of cap it at, I can usually get through about 30 submissions a stream or something. So if you're thinking about joining, you can hit the join button, become a member at any tier, and you'll be in the Discord and you can submit for that. Exclamation point new member if you want more details on how to get into the Discord. And then the other members only thing will be the following Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, for all you Americans who that reference makes sense. We will be doing a members only workshop. These are like 90-minute to 2-hour deep dives into particular subject matter, long form workshop where you can interact live, you can call in live, but I'm going to pick the topic. We're going to go through it. Gary says members only workshops are lit. So many gems. I'm so happy to hear that. We've done 3 already. So if you become a member, I believe members only workshops are available to VIP and above. That's the middle tier. And when you do that, if you became a member right now, you'd get in the Discord and you can submit music for Saturday. You will also be able to see our previous 3 members only workshops because you can watch the live replay. They're members only videos. And then you'll be able to join us live, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after for the members only workshop. So there is all that. If you're not a member yet, if you click the join button, you don't have to spend money right away, but it shows you what you get for all the tiers. And you get a cool badge next to your name, like all the cool people in chat with badges. I never have money on Black Friday, LOL. It is, sometimes it's a struggle time of the year because it's like, maybe you're thinking about buying gifts for other people around the holidays. So it's like, all right, do I buy something for myself or whatever? But maybe some of these deals would make good gifts for some of your music producer friends. Piccolo Black says, that's where I learned how to make beat videos. Yes, that we did an awesome members workshop on how to make beat videos. That was the last one we did before Beattober, so that was cool. Oh, Amelia S. using the member milestone chat to spread misinformation, but thank you for the 17 months, Amelia. Thank you for being a member for 17 months. That's kind of insane. Final note before we get into the Black Friday deals is Beattober winners. I sent out a bulk of Beattober packages yesterday, mostly to US-based people that were waiting on prizes from me. Some of you, if you were like Josh and Amelia, were waiting on Orbas. Those are coming from Artifon, so I hope those are on the way out. Amelia, you're the second. The thing that I was waiting for to come for you, the Machine Micro, came yesterday after I had already gone to the post office, but I now have all your stuff, so I can get that shipped out before Thanksgiving, hopefully. And yes, so that's what's going on. Some people I was just waiting. There's a couple international orders I haven't sent yet because I need the proper boxes or anything. So I hope everything comes on time. I hope everything arrives as it should. But man, mailing things and mailing out packages, I literally went to the post office with a stack of packages, and it's just so crazy with all the different countries, and you gotta weigh the package and you gotta pay it's like a whole thing. Pink Spoon, hello. Ozone Chamber, welcome back to the community. Thank you for renewing that membership. Kakti, member for 21 months. Sheesh. I thought it was longer than this. It could be on the edge. It could be on going on 22. But once you hit 24, you're going to get the gold badge. So some of you might be nearing that 24 mark. I wonder if anybody has higher. What's up, Bree? Hello, Grumpy. Drummy Geo, what's good? Darn. Maybe I just wanted reverb. Maybe it was on purpose. I was wondering if the van was totally loaded up like Santa's sleigh. That's exactly what it was. What amp sim do you think is the best one? That's interesting. We can talk about that in a minute. But yeah, if you're a member, you have a free member milestone chat. You just hit the super chat button and you can share just like those other members have. You get one free one of those a month. Okay, so my friends, if you have questions along the way, please feel free to ask them. Maybe some people in chat. If you're in chat and you can answer some of the questions people are asking, feel free to have conversations on the side. I don't have to answer every question if you all can help each other, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm going to kill the background music for now. I'm going to keep it over there for later. And what should we talk about first? Reminder again, all links in the description. And by the way, some of those are affiliate links and affiliate codes. So not only can you get good deals for yourself, but you will be very much supporting the channel in a big way if you use the links that I have in the description rather than just going to a company's website. So links in the description. Let me see. There was background music. It's very faint. I might have to bring it up so it actually is background music. But can you all hear the background music when it's on? It's not on now. It's off now. Simona wants to talk about Orba. Yes, let's start with Orba. That's a good one. Now, this one is important because there's both a sale going on for Orba, and I'm going to show you on my screen in a second. There's a sale going on for Orba, and there is a code that I have, an affiliate link that I have that gets you an additional 10% off. So let's take a look at that for a second. All right. I'm going to show it on the web, but then I'm going to show it off in person too. I'm just going to show you the website so you can see the deal and everything, and then we'll kick it over to actually playing the Orba. I'm a huge fan. This is Orba 2, and Orba 1 and Orba 2 look nearly identical, but they do have semi-different looks. And I just realized I need to change my display settings. Hold that thought, folks. My bad. One moment. Orba 2 and Orba 1 look generally the same, but they have one major difference in that Orba 1 is purely synth-based. Orba 1 is purely synth-based, while Orba 2 is sample-based, which allows you to do fun things like create samples on the fly using the app and sample into it and load in different sample-based sounds. You know, there's obviously a difference between sample-based sounds and synth-based sounds. Both, however, and this is the way that I usually use them the most. I have like a million windows open. Sorry, I'm going to show you all this screen, I promise. Okay, here we go. The way, and thank you, Gary, for that. Remember milestone chat, 19 months. I always forget to use these. So here it is. Thank you for the 19 months. All right, chat, you can go here, and then website, you can go here. So Orba 1 is currently on sale. Save $15 on Orba, but I'm going to show you all a little cheat code in a second. Orba 1 and Orba 2 are both fantastic Bluetooth wireless MIDI controllers. You might have seen some of my videos with them, but we can use this thing to control Ableton Live completely wirelessly. As a Bluetooth controller. Not only that, I'm going to power this one up, and this is the same on Orba 1 and Orba 2, but they have speakers built into the bottom. And not only that, but they have touch sensitivity where they will just slightly vibrate when you're playing notes. So you're getting like a little bit of physical feedback, I guess you could say, but I'll just play this on the mic. Cool. So I'm just playing on the drum setting on Orba 2 here, but then each Orba 1 and Orba 2 has drums, bass, chord, and lead. So basically like 4 channels you can play on and set different sounds on. Boom. These are, I'm going to talk about this in a second, but these are my instruments loaded onto the Orba 2 here. And then you can easily switch between them by just like holding the A. I'm on the lead sound. Now let's go to the chord sound. It's that easy. You could also record and loop on these as well. That's if you're using it as just a standalone device. Just pick it up and turn it on. You can do that. However, like I said before, you can also connect it as a MIDI controller. I'll show you that in 1 second, but let me show you this cheat code. So the Orba 1, which is the synth-based Orba, let me actually do this in an incognito tab because I tried this to see if it would work earlier, and I wasn't sure if it would. So, okay, Orba is on sale for $84.99, which is crazy for a quality wireless MIDI controller that's so cool and unique. But let's try this. Add it to the cart. Let's go to checkout. Let's go to checkout. How many times do we go to checkout? All right, I want to do that. Before I do that, real quick, it's on sale for $84.99, but what happens if I do this? Type TAETRO in. Please work, please work. It worked before. Another $8, another 10% off. So we're knocking that down to $76.50. Haptic feedback. Thank you, Chadwick Ryder. Yes, that's haptic feedback when I press the buttons. So boom. Orba 1, you're getting it at literally the lowest price because you're using the code TAETRO, $76.50 on that. Now, Orba 2 just came out, so it's newer. But so it's a little more expensive. However, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's go to checkout again. Let's see if the code works here. Fingers crossed, chat, fingers crossed. It's already applied. 15% off, no, 10% off, so $15 off right there on Orba 2, which is also a pretty good deal. Boom, there we go. So that's deal number 1. Let me show this off a little bit more. But don't forget that the link is in the description, code is in the description to get that savings. I love that you can double up on the Orba 1. You can get the $15 off plus the 10% off. Aquatic says, I don't know anything about Orba. Fantastic. Let's get into that next. So I'm going to bring up Ableton Live over here, and let's just control a piano for now. So I've got a piano instrument loaded, and this could be your DAW, any DAW, any piano plugin, any sound at all, just a normal piano plugin. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to connect this wirelessly. It does have a USB port on it, as well as a headphone jack and a volume rocker. Can I do this? Is this better? This is probably not better. I don't know if it's in focus, to be honest. Who can say? Volume rocker right here, so volume up and down. Power button, USB, and then headphone jack or line jack right on that. And then I'm going to connect it. I just want to show you this process because it's pretty easy. I'm going to open my MIDI Studio on Mac. And then I just have to go to the Bluetooth settings. I know you can't see this, but I'm going to show it to you in a second. Bluetooth settings. Orba 2 is there. Hit connect, no wires. If you wanted to connect it via USB, you indeed could. And now, if I do this, we should be... I'm going to turn the volume off in real life, so I just hear the sound of the piano here. It's kind of a lo-fi piano situation. So now I'm controlling the piano. It's a MIDI controller. And that's in the chord mode, so I'm playing one finger chords there. But we could go to lead mode. I can go an octave up. Let's go an octave up again. You see how easy this kind of gesture control is? Of course, if I go into bass mode, it's going to be single notes, but in a lower register. Of course, it is velocity sensitive, as you can tell. Boom. And that's just to show it is a wireless MIDI controller. Let me see on drums a little bit. Boom. Wireless MIDI controller. This again is an Orba 2. This is the sample-based Orba. This is the one that's a little more expensive. The Orba 1, which of course I showed how to get all those savings on. You are able to get for $75, and it does all this what I just showed. It works completely as a MIDI controller. And if you notice, there's 8 buttons, 8 slices on the top here for different sounds, but there's also bump, which is not a button, it's a little thing on the side. So I like to do this. I think that's pretty unique. But yeah, wireless MIDI controller, fits in the palm of your hand, easy to travel with, very fun, can be used as a standalone instrument. And if I might add, if I might do a little humble brag here, Orba 2 comes with an app, desktop and mobile, I believe, with different presets, different sounds, right? You can change the drum sounds, the bass sounds, the chord sounds, the lead sounds. And you might just find here in the Orba 2 app, who is that? You might be saying, that guy looks cool. That guy looks so handsome. Well, that's the TAETRO pack available for the Orba 2. I basically made like a little lo-fi pack for this. And I'm going to turn it off from MIDI mode, right? So follow along with me here. I'm going to plug in an aux cable. So you're going to hear the sounds from the Orba. We're not controlling MIDI anymore. We're playing the sounds that are on the Orba. And then I'm just going to switch over to an audio track in Ableton Live so you can actually hear it. You can actually hear it a little better. Let me get my EQ off this. And now we should. This is my kind of lo-fi found sounds drum kit. I can turn that up. That's why it's so low. Little bump and drum kit. Little basic bass like I usually use. Chord sound, which is made from like a hand pan. I sampled all these instruments. So these are all custom samples. And then if we go to the lead sound, that is my Dream Lyre sound. That's what I call it. A little high octave. Can you record out? If you can run this jack out for recording, yes, of course. That's how, like, I could hit record in my DAW right now and be recording all these sounds. But not only that, I just hit play, right? Because this is something I recorded earlier, and I could add a bass line to this, right? Go to this, go to the bass sound. And it's now lighting up. I wonder if you can see that light feedback there, but the circle represents the phrase. So I just recorded that bass line. Now I'm gonna turn off record mode so the metronome turns off, and I've just looped on here. It was just something simple I did right before stream. Pause that. Boom. So you can create like little simple loops on it as well. This is Orba 2. That looping capability is possible on Orba 1 as well. But again, the sounds will be different because Orba 1 is synth-based. But they have a similar system where, you know, all these presets you see here are for Orba 2 mostly. But they have synth presets for Orba 1. So it's kind of similar, but of course, synth sounds and sample sounds can be slightly different. Got it? Got it. That is the Orba 2. I'm going to drop that link in the description. Don't forget to double up on the savings. So use that link and use code TAETRO to get an Orba 1 for $75 and then to get 10% off an Orba 2. Thanks. Now I have another reason to pick back up again. Yes, hopefully. I'm going to buy that ASAP. Inda, that's awesome. Don't forget to use the link. Very cool. Would be good to get someone else to join in with that. It would be cool if everybody like showed up with a bunch of Orbas, right? And then you can start to talk about processing it through effects and stuff or whatever. That whole thing. Daniel says, do you know if any Circuit Tracks Black Friday deals? I'm not sure, but we have a lot of deals to cover. I'm not sure about any Novation deals. What I've seen them do in the past is kind of they kind of like put their B stock on sale, if I remember correctly. So, stuff. Okay, this next one is huge. Huge. My friends, Ableton is doing a big Black Friday sale for everything. That includes Ableton Live, their packs. They have sound packs on their site, and that also includes Push. And I'm going to talk about each of those. I'm going to give you guys a couple ideas of what packs and sounds that I use. Here's the Ableton link that you can use. But 20% off everything. Let me show off the site. Let me see how they're advertising it. I'm going to do this all in incognito mode because if I'm like logged into my Ableton account, it might not show me the proper page. But I'm going to go through, obviously there's a ton to talk about here. And with each one of these deals, there's a ton to talk about. But I'm going to go through just like little aspects of each one. Like I've got some plugins to show you today, some sounds, all that. All right, so yes, it does say save 20% on Live, Push, and packs. That's everything. That's literally everything they sell. Live is the DAW that I use. I'll tell you all a little bit about why I love Live. Push, 20% off Push, which I've got here to show you as well. Max for Live, which I want to touch on that for a second because there's an effect that I've been using that a lot of people have been asking. Oh, what effect is that? Oh, the book is on sale, $30, cool. And the packs, right? So, where is this? Packs. They've got lots of sound packs. I'm going to show you one that I really like. Is Nightbot just working overtime today, or what's happening with Nightbot? Nightbot's talking too much. And Anthony says, live suite discount? Yes, all the versions are 20% off. I'm going to show you guys a pack that I really like. It's actually this one, Voice Box, which is marked down. Yes, tell me all your Mac secrets. I don't have that many Mac secrets, but I have some things that I like. But let's first go into, let's actually go into our little more traditional streamer view here. And I'm going to first tell you about why I like Live, Ableton Live as my DAW. And then I'm going to tell you about why Push is awesome. And then I'm going to show you guys 2 packs or sounds that I like to use. Maybe not in that order, who can say? Now, this project that I've built here is to show off all the Black Friday deals, so it won't be a perfect representation. But when you open Ableton Live, it looks like this. Session view, different from any other DAW. Inda says, thank you for being online right now. This is exactly the chill vibes I needed. That's what I like to hear, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Nightbot is earning that paycheck today, yes. So, Ableton Live opens like this, which is going to look very different than most DAWs you might have seen before. Why? Because we can record little loops into these cells, and I'm going to do this very briefly, but I'm going to assume a lot of you do know mostly about Ableton Live. We can go ahead and set a tempo. Let's set a lo-fi slow tempo. We can turn a metronome on, and we can get right into making music. 1, 2, ready, go. And immediately, just that fast, we can start looping, right? Let's turn the metronome off. Hi-hat's a little loud for my taste. Let's mix it down. But then, okay, I want to start recording something else. Let's go into Live's instruments, and let's just grab a basic operator. I'm just going to throw it on this track. That's audio tracks. I don't need that. I'm going to throw it on this simpler track. Boom. Let's say we want chords on that. But that's a little basic, right? So let's throw some of Ableton Live's built-in reverb on it. Let's bring the attack up, make this more of a fading in pad. Boom. And now let's hit play, which is going to play that drum loop we were on. Oops, I forgot to hit record. Oh, no, I didn't, because there's a capture button right there, and it captured everything I just played. So, we should have let that hang for an extra bar, probably. So, all this is to say, I'm not going to do a full track demo here because we have a lot to talk about today, but Live gets me making music faster. There's a lot built into Ableton Live that can help you do the same. So Live at 20% off, it's a great time to buy, obviously. Then if I wanted to turn this into a song, I could take these little loops that I have, hit tab, and drop them into the arrangement view. And now I can say, well, let's let these chords be the intro, and let's let the drums come in later. Drums will come in here now. Let's adjust the sound even more as we go. Let's add some reverb to the drums. Boom. All right, so that's a basic. For me, Ableton Live gets me up and running, making music fast. If you don't have Ableton Live yet, or if it looks confusing, I've got a whole Ableton Live for Beginners course here on the channel, totally free to watch. But the link to the Ableton site below if you want to take advantage of the 20% deal for live. Now, what was I doing with my hands that whole time? Well, I was using Ableton's own MIDI controller, which if any of you enjoyed seeing Daltrick on this channel, or if you enjoy Daltrick's content, you see her use Push all the time as well. Push is a controller made by Ableton for live. So that means it has the best integration for live. Great for finger drummers, great for people who want to do performances. Right now I'm in note mode, so I can play those chords that you just heard. Like that. And I gotta make sure I'm on Do Not Disturb because my phone is popping off. We have some important deliveries coming through. Not only that, we've got a full screen here, and I don't know how easy this is for you to see. The camera is tricky. It looks like a physical version of Session View. It's that and more, right? So here I get controls over anything I need on screen. So right now I'm controlling the synth, and this knob is letting me control the type of wave. And, you know, every instrument will be different, but I just happen to have a certain synth loaded up. But if I jump over to my basic audio processing rack, which is what you're all so used to seeing on screen, I get all my macros here. So let's bring in some highs again. Let's bring out more lows. Let's dial in more reverb. And so on and so forth. Any effect you have, you can scan through. We can also jump to our other tracks, like let's jump over to the drum track. So like I believe it was Chadwick saying before about Session View, not only can we play our drums, but we can also control the clips that we have. So I can cue these clips in. Let's dial in this mix because that synth sound is a little loud there. So boom, I have a mixer right here. Let me make sure I'm on. There we go. Session view on the screen as well. We can navigate all around our project, adjust the mix. We can turn things off like this. Bring it back in. That sort of thing, right? Now we're in record mode. I'm live recording on top. But say you didn't want to go in like and do the live playing, right? Well, instead, I've just made an empty clip. And if I hit play, let's go ahead and play that empty clip. We don't hear any drums, right? Because it's empty. Let's go back over to note mode. What do we see here? It's scanning through the notes. Sorry, that's just like a little overexposed. So what we can do here is actually step sequence. So I've selected the hi-hat sound. Let's put clap. So I can build patterns this way as well. We've also got note repeat. recorded that in live. And again, bounce back over to session view, stop this clip. And why don't we fade out the synth? So if you can see from that very basic demo, push is very powerful. It's powerful beyond that. Some of the highlights, basic undo and delete buttons, tap tempo and metronome control up here. You can easily add a track. You can decide whether you want to control a device or your mix or browse the sounds. So you don't even have to look at your computer screen to do that. Or look at the different settings for your clip, which if you can see that all here, you're actually seeing the MIDI notes of the clip that's playing. I've used it many times in different performances. So that's pretty cool. 20% off Push. Push is a fantastic tool. Like, you could put this on your desk and it could be your main controller, main control surface for anybody who's doing live. That came with Ableton license. They have it together on the site so that you can purchase Ableton Live and Push as a bundle. So check that out. Do you need a mouse at all? I think you could pretty much be a pro Push user, Andrea, to answer that. I don't know if I'm quite there. Somebody like Daltrick or something, I think, could fully navigate around live without a mouse. I think most things you can do. I mean, it's like scan around your project, go to the different tracks, add different tracks, do your mix. There's quantize. You can hit the quantize button or change your quantize settings. Double your loop length, make a new clip in a push of a button. There's a lot. I think you could go without a mouse. For some reason, Push feels like an MPC, even though it's a controller. I think that's the vibe they're going for, to be honest. Actually, to point out, this is Push 2. Push 1, which I also love and have. Push 1 was actually made by Akai. Ableton took manufacturing of Push 2 on their own, so Akai doesn't make it anymore. Ableton makes it. But, so that's just one thing to point out. That the original one was made by Akai, who makes the MPC. But yeah, a lot of very powerful tools. For me, if Ableton is my main DAW, Push is a no-brainer. 20% off. Okay. That was the most expensive part of the Ableton deal, but maybe you don't want to break the bank and spend too much money. Let me show you two things that you can get your hands on if you already have Ableton Live. And then we'll jump to other deals, which start taking a look at the list in the description, folks. I would love to know, what do you want me to talk about next? And as we do that, as you do take a look at that, I will jump over to this instrument, which is from an Ableton pack called Voice Box, which are these sampled voices. Great. These sampled voices instruments, you all know I use voices in most of my music. These are just easy Ableton instruments of different voices. These are labeled as chromatic, meaning we can play them as an instrument. Great. There's different voices here. Let me expand this. You can see they have names because they're real people. Oh, this one has two different voices in it. What do I have on this that is giving it all this? Oh, I have an effect on this. Sorry. And all these little racks here give us control over things like, let's see, what is a focus doing? Let's go back to my device. Let's go to chromatic. What is focus doing? Higher the focus, we're getting brighter. Lower the focus, we're getting duller. There's a reverb setting. We have a sample start. Tilt, EQ, and time. So if you're looking for a cool vocal sample thing, Voice Box is great. This is a pack on Ableton, so of course you can use the 20% off, take advantage. This is course, a choir of voices here in this one. Let's try one more. That's fun. Lots of beautiful sounds. You can see as I open these folders, that's the chromatic voices folder. Basic, choral, transformed. Then there's harmonic, complex vocal rack. Let's try one here. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I switched over tracks on push. My bad. There we go. Oh, that's piano. Go back to my voice here. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a rack. That's why. These are drum racks. Boom. There's that. I'm just giving the highlights here. Vocal percussion. Y'all want to see what this is? Actually, let me fully replace this instrument so it's no funny business. Ooh, that's the boom kit on vocal percussion. So check that out. That's just one of the vocal percussion kits. So obviously in this pack, there's a lot to offer. Instruments. I just pointed out because I'm always using vocal sounds. So I thought it'd be a cool pack to show. But that is called Voice Box. It's marked down from 59 to 47. Okay, the last thing on Ableton, and then I promise we're going to move on to the other sounds and the other deals and the other plugins, is Max for Live, which Max for Live is an add-on for Ableton Live. If you have standard, it comes with Suite. But I just want to show off, and maybe I'll use this drum clip as an example. Let's see how it works on a percussion instrument and a chord instrument. I use all the time. It's not an instrument, it's an audio effect, and it is called Buffer Shuffler. Let's put it on here. Now, Buffer Shuffler allows us to chop up audio in real time. So right now, it's not doing anything, but I'm just gonna show you what happens when we start to randomize it. It's like by step. We're reversing, we're muting steps. I can turn the dry wet down. Can change the amount of steps. We do things like stutter on each step. No, my mouse died. Yo, what's up, Rashane? So as you can see, we just went kind of crazy with that drums. That's Buffer Shuffler 2.0. And I now just currently have, my mouse has died. So I need to grab my other mouse or like figure out now what do I do if my mouse is dead and I got to stream? You know what I'm saying? But hi, Rashane. Can you use those packs for other DAWs? No, Ableton's packs are designed specifically for, they are designed specifically for Ableton Live. So they're built in like Ableton's tools, like Ableton Sampler and Ableton's Drum Rack, etc. There's a question I saw that looked really important up above, but let me really quick grab my mouse and I will get this show back on the road. 1 minute, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle that this worked. I went and grabbed another mouse and it just immediately worked. Life doesn't work that way, usually. Okay, anyway, we tore up the drums on that one, right? Buffer shuffler. Let's throw it on these chords and see what effect we can have. Buffer shuffler. Oh my god, this mouse is so much more sensitive. I'm struggling. This is just chords, so this should be interesting, right? If I need like instant inspiration. Oh, I'm going to get to the important question in the chat. Suddenly we have like a not so boring chord progression, right? What does pitch do? Oh, you can have a lot of fun. So this is my favorite Max for Live device. I just shouted out because if you want to grab Max for Live, 20% off, good time to do it. Last time I'll drop that Ableton link in the description. It's an affiliate link, so it helps support the channel. But yes, if you're going to take advantage of the 20% off, it would be very helpful to me if you use that link. Pax, Push, and Ableton. Pitch works well with drums. Oh, that's good to know, Piccolo Black. All right, let me grab that question because I think it was important. I saw it. Where are you? Hi, just recently found you as I was looking into creating music, and your music theory series is amazing. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Curry. That was not the important question, but that was a good one. Okay, here we go. Diva said, question for everyone. I have the Akai MPK Mini Mark III. I was wondering if I should get another controller like Push or something like a synth since I already have something I can control Ableton. It depends if maybe you're looking for more control over Ableton, then obviously Push is a good choice. But if you're looking to branch out and get a synth, that's a whole nother thing. Oh, hi, CJ. Didn't see you there. Curry B says, as someone with zero music background, but who just got gifted a used APC Key 25 and an MPK Mini Mark III, what's the best next step up from music theory? My goal is to be able to play covers using loops. Well, I think a good course of action for you is to pick a song that you want to cover. If you have Ableton Live, or you probably need Ableton Live if you want to do this, the APC key will actually be pretty great for this. Get yourself Ableton Live, pick a song you want to cover, and start exploring the basics of Ableton Live via trying to make this cover. So isolate all the parts you want to play, chords, the bass, the melodies, the drums. Start to build it, but you're going to be learning live at the same time as you do it. I think that's the course of action that you should take. All right. What's next, folks? We got a lot in the description. That one took a long time. Ableton Live, Pax, and Push 20% off. Let's start getting into some of these plugins. Live intro or standard? Well, they're all 20% off, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you're going to be taking advantage of a deal, I would not go with the lowest option. Unless that's all you can afford. That's all you can get. Jason says Arturia. Okay, good call. Let's go to Arturia next. And we'll sort of build on top of Arturia. So my friends, Arturia has a crazy deal, which is like 50% off all their plugins. I'm going to show you some of my favorites, or I'm going to show you a favorite. But let's pull up the site first to see what they have going on. Do you think everyone can be making beats, even if I don't know the basics? I think you need to learn the basics. No, you cannot just wake up one day and say, I want to make beats, and put your hands on a keyboard and say, beats. No, you will have to learn. I don't understand that question. To me, Damien, and I know you probably didn't mean it this way, when I hear that question, and I hear it a lot, not just from you, I hear that question and I hear, how little work can I do to do this thing that requires learning? How little time can I put in before I can do something cool? And usually the answer, no matter what you're doing in life, if the answer to that question is it just doesn't work. You're going to frustrate yourself trying to take shortcuts and do the easy thing, when if you just put in the time, if you really want it, you'll be able to do it. I mean, if you are not a musician or something, what makes somebody a musician? You're only not a musician the second before you start learning an instrument or learning to make music. The second you start learning to make music and start making music, you can call yourself a musician. Where you are on that path, where you are on that stream is up to you and the amount of work you put in and how long it takes. All right, so they got Black Friday 50% off flagship software. That's crazy because the V Collection 9 just dropped and it was 600. Now it's down to 300. FX Collection. Is this site just like weird or do I have it like windowed weird? Yeah, I think it's me. FX Collection down from 400 to 200 and Pigments at 99. Great deal. You got 19 days to do this. You make a free Arturia account and you get access. Okay. I could talk forever. I could literally talk forever about Arturia and their plugins, but something like the V Collection, how do I even describe this? M. Renal, and this is for everybody in the chat, not just M. Renal, because this always happens. When you go to a website or a brand is doing something cool, like 50% off all their amazing plugins, your reaction should not be, what about this other thing? I see that all the time. What about this other thing that I want? Why isn't the thing that I want on sale? It's just not good. Like it's if the hardware was on sale, it would say it on the front of the screen. Don't let expectations that you kind of made up in your head kind of catch up. Now I was just asking if it's there. I know, but it's not. I just showed the front page. I think it would say hardware, you know? But that's a common thing that happens all the time. What do I have? I guess I'll open up Analog Lab and just show you all the freaking instruments in Analog Lab. Let me do this. Arturia, they make amazing plugins. A lot of the times they have these like vintage synth, like remodeled synths, digital versions of classic synths, right? Dunk Funk says, got V Collection 9 recently. It's awesome. Nice. But if we just look at this, and my account is loaded up with the full V Collection, as well as some of the other instruments. What is the best way for me to show this? Like, I don't even know. How can I best show the depth and breadth? Show all instruments. Look at all these different instruments, my friends. Some of you will recognize some of the names if you're into classic synths and things like that. Pigments is a very amazing synth that they've got on sale. I can't possibly go through all of these. But if you've watched a stream in the past year, you've seen me use Analog Lab multiple times. I will quickly boot up here, and I'll use it as a jumping off point to talk about other things. Their piano plugin, which I think is a good one, but I'm going to combine it with my other favorite plugin. I think you all know what it is. But obviously this is a stacked piano plugin. Look at all these presets. Not only is it just like one piano, but it's several different pianos. These are not just visual. These all sonically are different. Where did my sound go? Let me bring that menu back up. A glass grand piano? A German classic. You know what I like about this plugin too? It's got a little sustain pedal here. So That's beautiful, right? But it's a piano. You've heard the pianos before. Let me combine this and make an even more beautiful sound with another Arturia plugin that I love. It is called EFX Fragments. So it's in that effects collection. And I'm going to scan through some of these presets. I have one that I especially like, but this is like a granular effect. Same piano. Just run through this effect. Now this one is a little intense for me. But let me go to responsive reverses, which is my favorite preset. Crazy. That's just one. I'll put this in advanced mode, see if we can feel like we're in Star Wars for a second. Beautiful piano sound run through this beautiful granular FX fragments. I love fragments. It's similar to that. It is similar to the buffer shuffler in that if I'm looking to just spice up a sound or make it sound just a little more interesting than, you know, a basic piano, I can go ahead and do that. Anyway, that's my plug for Arturia. 50% off. Cool effects and instruments. Go check it out. All right, chat. The problem is FedEx is supposed to be delivering important stuff. They're telling me it's delayed. I don't want it to be delayed. What did I do to deserve this? FedEx, you have to, it's your job. You have to deliver the stuff. And then I'm getting missed calls. Who's the missed call? That's junk. All right. Anyway, cool. Arturia, what's next? What's next? I think the next thing I want to do is a very, very big sale that's happening. Oh, y'all are going to see this magic. Let me blow your minds with this magic real quick. The Nathan, the Natan, if you will. We have got the craziest deal here. Now, stay with me. I know you see this. I know that you see. Oh, can I do this? I know that you see this in the corner and you're like, $600? That ain't no deal. Trust me. We're about to save 95% off this lo-fi bundle, which includes 10 plugins. I cannot show you all 10 plugins in this very stream, but the Natan is a great plugin developer. This is going to be limited to only 2,000 units. There's an exclusive link in the description, but let me drop it for you in the chat as well. All these plugins included, I'm going to show off Vibes because that's my favorite one that I've been using for a bit. But let's get crazy with it. Let's add the $600 to cart. Oh, what's happened here? What's happened here is that with code TAETRO, we are saving $571. 95% off. Chat. 95% off. $571. You get all these plugins, 10 plugins for $29. That is a freaking steal. And I'm going to show you my favorite plugin in this bundle, which this plugin alone is worth more than $29, I would say. Let's load up Vibes. And I'm going to load it on top of this piano because I think piano is a good, like a good control. Like we know what piano sounds like, so we can grab Vibes on here. Okay, now Vibes is perfect for those of you out there who are trying to do lo-fi. Because it's got a few different aspects. It's got a few different, what do I want to call this? Like modules built into it. Dr. Vic says black is amazing and it's included. Good to know. It's TAETRO 22, I believe is the code. It is in the description. Double check the description. For sure, double check the description. I have it right here, though. Let me see if I can find it for you. Yes, TAETRO 22 is the code. It is in the description. TAETRO 22. Make sure it's all caps if you need to. Link is right here. Don't get lost. Don't get lost. So right now, we're hearing just basic noise, right? I can turn the gain of that. That's the texture module. Now this, we can turn on different kinds of noise, as well as EQ it. We don't want all that high end. This even has a field recording in it. We get a high pass filter on this noise as well. There's just a little bit of noise. I love doing this when I make samples, is blending in a bit of noise with a sound. It sounds peaceful, says Emerino. Yes, I agree. It sounds peaceful. Now, I like that setting because it's field recording, but if I scroll all the way down to you can drop your own audio there and add your own sample or noise there. Let's stick with that one and let's jump to reverb really quick. This is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Beautiful reverb built into this. With a freeze button, I might add. We can freeze it and make a drone. We can change it from stereo to mono. Different models of reverb here as well, including IR. Next, we have echo. Already beautiful. It's an echo. I think you guys get it. Damage, we probably won't keep on, but let's make it harsh. Of course, that's probably very useful for drums. Not so much in our case here. Time Machine. This one is very cool. We can go back in time. Kind of emulating the audio quality of those decades. Motion. Let's add some motion. Now this can be a pumper at a certain rate. Let's just do more of a side chainy sort of style effect. Or panner. Where it can bounce between our ears. And there's a Bandiq here. This is not all. We just got to the last module, but I'm going to show you this last part that I really, really enjoy. What do I want to do here? I want to... This is the button I want. There we go. Fantastic. The last part here, I'm going to turn off some of these effects down here, including texture for a moment. We have this section here, Envolution, different speaker emulations, which I produce a podcast and I needed to get the sound of like a voice memo or a voice note, and I used this plugin for it. Cell phone speaker. Telephone. Walkie-talkie. Transistor radio. Boombox. Ooh. Bath. All the way down to earbuds. Like earbuds coming from somebody else's earbuds, like background sound. This is an effects plugin, so it will work on whatever sound you put it on. It doesn't matter what controller you are using, Andrea. Game Boy, Megaphone. And I just love that. We can dice it. I'm dicing the whole plugin. Ooh, that little buzz. That little buzz on the low end. It's probably from this. All right, anyway, I could go on and on. That's just one of the plugins, like I said, in this bundle, which is available from the Natin. Where did you go? There it is. This whole that plugin is included. It is one of 10 plugins in this bundle. Vibes, tracks expansion, tape piano. I've used that one. That's a beautiful plugin as well. Tape effects, black. That got some endorsement in chat. Hats. I've used hats as well. Brass, XA, and bells. Look at all that. It's a $600 value. You can get it today for $29 using the link and the code in the description. Oh God. You're going to want to use code TAETRO22. TAETRO22, link in the description. The new tape one looks dope. Yes, I agree. Shout out to the Natin 2 for creating this bundle for the TAETRO community. Take advantage. $29, that's an easy Black Friday grab. All right, we did Arturia, we did the Natin. I want to jump to one more set of plugins here, and then we'll talk about native instruments as well. How about some plugins from Spectral Plugins? Spectral Plugins has... let me get this. Do not disturb us on. I don't want sometimes my texts pop up on screen, but it doesn't show the name of the person. It shows phone numbers. I'm not trying to dox anybody who texts me. All right. The next set of plugins is from Spectral Plugins. Let me grab a link for you to see it. Because this one also, it's not only just about a sale. This one has 7-day trials. So you don't even have to spend any money to get access to these trials. And it also has a code from me that will get you a free plugin if you purchase one of these plugins. So let me show it off. I didn't want to type that into chat. I wanted to type that into my own web browser. So I can show you the page. I can show you the page. All right, Spacer. This is the one we're going to look at today. It's not the only plugin they have, but it is 45% off. This is a really amazing reverb plugin. Reverb and so much more, as you're going to see in a second. Try for 7 days. Try for 7 days. Let me go to their homepage really quick. They have Spacer, which I'm going to show you, but they also have 2 other plugins, which are amazing. This one's already priced at $15, so it's not currently on sale. But if you, and by the way, I should say this is a tape emulation, cassette simulation plugin. Again, perfect for lo-fi. We're going to show it off in a second. If you use the code, which is in the description, TAETRO Extra OCS, when you make the purchase of one of these other plugins, like if you decide to buy Spacer today and you use that code, you will get the cassette emulation plugin for free. So the plugins are on sale and you can get a free one with it with my code there. So let's show off what does this even sound like. Let's see it. That's not the button. That's the button. This chat is really nice, I think. Stamerix. Hey, TAETRO, how's it going? Started to watch starting making music, and I've been binging your music theory playlist, trying to learn as much as possible till I get a MIDI controller. Thank you. So glad to hear that. Stamerix. Where are we at? Where is anything that I need here? Right on the piano. All right, let's turn vibes off for now. Let's turn fragments off for now. Let's focus strictly at first on OSC 45, which you can get for free using my code. Oh, by the way, here's just a normal piano. No plugin and plugin. Instant lo-fi piano. Am I right? But this is just a preset that I kind of dialed in wildly. There's other presets here as well. I don't know if it's just me, but I always find myself dialing back on noise in plugins like these. But you can hear this one is very different than the previous preset because it's got the more bit crushy kind of sound. Just grittiness on it. So right there you can see you have all the typical effects that you expect to have. Wow rate, wow depth, flutter rate, flutter depth. Different distortion modes. You can trigger dropouts more or less. I love that sound on a cassette. And we can also dial that noise in or out and different types of noise. I like this kind of more brown noise type. All right, but real quick, can I throw that plug-in on these drums and see what it sounds like? These drums are nothing to write home about. I'm gonna turn off Buffer Shuffler for a second. And let's grab the spectral plugins. OCS. Okay, there we go. Before. Gentle clip. And you know what I think every plugin needs to have this? A general dry wet. Dirt groove. What's this? Toronto Nights. Okay. But as you can see, it's a great cassette simulation and it's only $15. But you can get it for free if you pick up one of their other plugins, which let me jump back to my piano real quick. Here it is. And another plugin that they have is called Spacer. So let's take this lo-fi piano sound and add some reverb reverb and more, really. This is another plugin that's semi-modular. I used it on one of my Beattober beats. But as you can see, 6 boxes there. I'm going to scroll through a couple presets just to get us started. That completely transformed us. So what you're probably seeing as I scroll through this is there's a number of effects built in here. From delay, grain delay, just regular old reverb, a convolution reverb, a grain reverb. Okay, I'm doing too much here. Can I just... What is the one I was using? How did we end up looping? I'm not touching anything. Oh, maybe I was touching. Let's bring down the mix a little bit. But just a beautiful reverb plugin with lots of options. And each one of these has presets, right? And they can also be like rearranged, obviously, because the effects chain will differ depending on what effect you want. Turn this on. Here we go. Obviously, we would never probably need all of these on at the same time. Can I just hear this one? It's got that -1 pitch on there, which is creating the haunted feel. Yeah, but what can I say? You can dice it. Find some instant inspiration. If I turn the tape plugin off. If you love space, if you love... Listen to that. That tail right there. And again, without spacer, this is what we have. Just a piano, throw a spacer on. I love that. Okay, my friends, that's Spectral Plugins, Spacer. Link is in the description. Use my code that is in the description. You can get yourself the free cassette emulation plugin when you pick up any of their plugins that are currently on sale. 45% off this plugin is right now. This is like my favorite reverb preset, 60 seconds. Yeah, some of them are long, but the depth in which you can go with Spacer, with all these layers. I realized, let's put OSC on the other side. Obviously, I just bought the Knots and Bundle. Nice. There's so much good stuff. Yes, yes, yes. It's the most wonderful time. What have I not done yet? You all want to do native instruments next? Yes, let's talk native instruments. Okay, obviously with native instruments, there's like too much to talk about. I'm sure you've all probably seen what they've got going on, but they're doing a similar thing to Arturia, I would say, where they just put a bunch of their software on sale. Where is my link for this? Actually, I bet if I just go to the Native Instruments website, it's going to show it to me. And then I'll show it to you, and we'll look at it together. Except Ableton is full screen, and it won't let me do that. Come back. All right. Boom. What do we got? Cyber Season. I think that's a more appropriate name for it. It used to be fun. Like Black Friday happened on Black Friday. Cyber Monday happened on Monday. See offers. Now, Native Instruments, another one of these companies that has giant treasure troves of plugins. Instruments and effects plugins. I'm going to show you like one today, but there's thousands. All right, where do I even begin? How do I talk about this? I know which one I want to show you all. It's not one I've used much on stream, but it's freaking awesome. All right, complete instruments. There's so much here. A lot just dropped when they released the new, what is it called? Help me remember, chats. Native Instruments' big thing is called Complete. Complete, right? I'm not crazy. Somebody was asking me about my favorite guitar processing. Guitar Rig for sure. Guitar Rig is what it is. Yes, thank you. Get ricked. I use Guitar Rig on most of my guitar stuff. Playbox, I've showed that off in a couple streams before. Instant inspiration, very cool sounds coming out of that plugin. I can show it off real quick here if y'all are down. But look at all of these. Just on sale. So if you were like, I want a little inspiration, let me grab a little $34 pack, it's well worth it. Even Ozone 10 being $200, since now there's that merger between Isotope and Native Instruments, they all came under one roof. I want to look at lures. We can look at lures and we can look at Playbox. I don't think it'll take that long. Lures is cool. Any of you that like making semi-cinematic stuff or ambient stuff or just crazy cool strings, this is dope. And I'm just going to play this very first preset to show you what this thing can do. It's playing a single note, single finger. Here we go. Adding some more notes here. Lorenzo Hot says God of War. Yes, if you're composing for the next God of War game, all right, this is another one, right? So let me just play this all day. What's going on here? 3 layers: cello, clarinet, horse fiddle. Cello alone. Ooh, cello is just that top end. So cool. Clarinet. It's clarinet, obviously. Horse fiddle. We're hearing that in the left side. So looks like we got some fun, mappable action here. All right, I don't want to just stay on that preset. Next. That was a gentle soul. Next. Here, more of a plucked sound with voice. They crush it with the UI. Oof. Eric says, I love contact sampled instruments, but they take up a lot of space. Boy, do I got a deal for you coming up after this. That's a good point. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, these are sampled instrument libraries. So these are all sounds from these real instruments, blended in very cool ways. Like the Dune soundtrack. That's got something in it like this, right? Like the bagpipes. Out of range. Boom. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I could scroll through these presets all day. I think you get the picture. The vibe of the UI is probably close enough for you to understand, but it's strings, it's woodwinds, it's voice, it's expression, it's sounds you've never really heard before, layered in these ways. So I think it's cool. Lores, that's on sale. Hey, Lorenzo Hot, welcome to the community. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And not only that, now you can submit music for Saturdays, what am I trying to say? Track review stream. ! New member in the chat will give you directions on how to join the Discord. Welcome, welcome. Peace and love. All right, yes, that was Lores by Native Instruments. Just one of the many plugins that are on sale, one of the many sounds that are on sale from Native Instruments this year for Black Friday. But a good point was brought up in chat. These Native Instruments libraries, a lot of these, any sample libraries, music in general, takes up a lot of space on the hard drives. So how do I deal with this? Well, I struggle with it just like you all do. But part of what I have started doing, or part of what I've been doing for a while now, is keeping an SSD small hard drive literally Velcroed. Some of you may have seen videos where I have my laptop and there's a black box on the top part of the laptop. That is a SSD. That means it's a fast hard drive and it's 1 terabyte. So that's a ton of storage. And what I do is I keep all of my samples are on that. Most of my Native Instruments libraries are also on that, and that just lives attached to my laptop. So my internal MacBook storage isn't kind of for that. And what I found in my investigation in preparing for the stream is that the 2 hard drives that I use are on sale as well. So let me grab them and let me open it up. I'm going to show you the 2 that I have. I don't know how long they're going to be on sale for. But we'll see. This first one is my Samsung drive. Now that's the one I've been using for a while. And actually the version I'm showing you here, where is it? The version I'm showing you here is actually the new version of it. Because mine is a little old at this point, but it's still working fine. I think I have a T5 rather than a T7. So this is $90. That's a pretty good price for a terabyte of storage. And like I said, a SSD is a fast drive. It's not like just a drive for storage. It's meant to be fast. Do you know if I can do the same with Omnisphere? I don't know. Omnisphere heads, let me know. Can you install the Omnisphere library onto an SSD? I imagine you can. I think that's pretty standard. Oh, mine's black, not blue. But yes, that's on sale for $90. That's pretty easy. Now, while I was away in Korea, I was worried that my drive was dying, but it was not dying. It was just a bad cable. So I bought a second drive, which I should have had anyway, because if your data's not in 3 places, it's basically in no places. I bought this one because this is the one I could find at eMart. But this is another travel 1 terabyte SanDisk drive, which these are both meant to be portable. This one I think is meant to be a bit more rugged. This one is on sale as well. Massive discount on this one because this one's usually more expensive than the Samsung. Marked down from $249. This one's only $99. You can put on a little keychain. I think that's what they're encouraging with this. I don't know that I would ever do that. But now I have both of these, and what I do is I just back up the one that's attached to my computer onto this one. So when I do like super, super important stuff, if I have something that I'm like, oh gosh, if I lost all of this right now, that would just kill me. Then I put it onto this. I back it up. And sometimes if a project only needs to be in one place, it's on this one. So SanDisk and Samsung drives, especially if you're going to be getting into the Native Instrument stuff or heavy storage. Get Rick says, yeah, I've had my 1 terabyte T5 for a couple years now, and it's great. Yep, mine has not failed me. I have 2 of those SanDisks. Very good. Yes, smart, smart, smart. Backup, 3-2-1 rule. 3 backups, 2 different forms of media, 1 offsite. Yes, yes, yes. That's just a quick one. That's like a logistical one. I decided to just check Amazon to see if these were on sale, and I found that they were on sale. So they usually do go on sale at this time. I think Black Friday 2 years ago is when I bought the Samsung one. Whew, my friends, where are we at in this list in the description? Are y'all keeping up with me in the description? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay. I have a couple like just brief shout outs that I want to give. I forgot to set this up to work with the stream. However, I just wanted to give a shout out to our friends, our nice friends at Blip Blocks, who supported the Beattober efforts. If y'all saw, I did a whole stream with the Blip Blocks After Dark. It's a very cool synth if you've got a young person in your life, or if you just want to have a cool synth that's like this. It's not just for kids, though it is approachable for kids. Their stuff is all on sale. Where's the little pop-up? I believe it's like 15 or 20 bucks off. Gotta refresh again. Maybe it's because it's tracking my cookies. I believe it's like if you sign up for an email, it's 20 bucks off. Why won't it pop up? Anyway, I guess just go to their socials because they probably have the direct link. Look at this. What happens? It was there earlier. I might have triggered it to go away because of the cookies or whatever, but 20 bucks off for the Blip Blocks. Wanted to give that a shout out. And then a couple other shout outs here. So Lander sent an email out that was like counting down their Black Friday sale. If y'all don't know, Lander is one way that you can distribute your music. They also have great sample libraries. Something is on with noise, and I don't know which track it's on. Is it this track? No. Okay, I'm just going to ignore it. But let me just open this up really quick. I've just opened Lander samples within my DAW. Their official Black Friday sale has not dropped yet, but I think this could be a cheat code. This could work or this could not work. I'm not sure. But I've got a code for Lander. You can try it. You can try Lander for free, but I've got a code for 30% off. I just dropped it in the chat. It's also in the description in the Lander site. I'm dropping in the chat now. That is also in the description. I've got 30% off. It seems like in 7 days, they're about to announce their Black Friday deals. Whether or not you're going to be able to combine that code with the Black Friday deal, I'm not sure, but it would be cool. So just tuck that away. And I'm just showing this off here. This is opened right in Ableton Live as a plugin, essentially. But what it is the sample library. So we can browse different samples, vocal samples, synthwave, dusty soul vocals. What do we got here? This is going to be too loud, I think. Don't mind the sound of birds. The sound of the birds is like their audio watermark, so you can't just record the sample. When you download the sample, there's no birds. I wanna see the sun. And the cool thing about the way this works versus... Okay, we get it. Versus like Splice being external out of Ableton Live is that it syncs to your DAW's tempo. So there you go. You can see 84 matches 84 in the DAW. Go search. You can really quick. You can search lo-fi. They do a good job sorting their samples and packs. So now I can look at packs that are branded lo-fi, and some of these just evoke a specific thing that I might be looking for.
Production master.
Yep, we get it. Now that is a pack. How many samples in that pack? Let's get it. I like those sounds. All right, I've downloaded that pack, or I've started to download it. So all these will be added to my library, and then I can use it like any other sample thing where here we are, right? I can take this and I can grab it and I can drop it right into my project. Boom. I forgot that I had drums, but that just happens to work. So that was easy. But Lander has stuff like plugins and stuff too, and then you can do distribution through them, like get your music on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. So I just wanted to shout that out. Code is in the description for 30% off, as well as the link to the site. You can try it for free. The last thing to shout out is that you can get 10% off. Actually, there's two more quick shout outs. You can get 10% off a Jamstick. Their holiday sale isn't announced yet, but if you don't know, you all have seen me use this a bunch of times, probably if you've been around, but this is both an electric guitar, with a 1/4-inch port, as well as a USB-C port and a MIDI out. Yes, because it's a MIDI controller. If you type in TAETRO Jamstick into YouTube, you're going to find a bunch of videos of me using this thing and talking more about it. But it's a MIDI controller and it's a guitar. They haven't announced their holiday sales yet, but 10% off with the link in the description. Maybe use that link, but hang back and wait to see if they do additional holiday savings. And then final shout out, this is probably not going to go on sale for Black Friday, but DistroKid, I always have a 7% off link in my descriptions. So if you are trying to take that step in releasing your music, DistroKid is how I do it. And I did it way before they ever sponsored the channel. I've been using DistroKid for a long time, probably before I even thought of having a channel. But yeah. You can get 7% off on that. And then that's an affiliate link as well. And it can help the channel. So chat, what deals are you looking forward to? Let's have a little chit chat here. I'm going to hop off in a few, but final questions, final points of interest y'all want to talk about. We're not going to be live next week because it is, of course, Thanksgiving. We will be live this Saturday, however. So if you're not a member, it's a good time to join because you can get track feedback, and we have, what am I trying to say, chat? I turned the background music on. You tell me if you can hear it. You hear it? Okay, good. Looking to get a deal on a launch key mini or 37, Miles says. Miles, just keep an eye on Live's site, not Live, on Novation's site, because sometimes what they do is put B stock on sale for Black Friday. To be honest, I think what's happening is I think many of these companies, the hardware companies specifically, have struggled over the past couple years with product distribution and sourcing the stuff that they use to make the products because of the pandemic, of course. What's up, BJ? So I think that's why we're not going to see a lot of deals come from the actual companies on the hardware. Novation does usually do that B stock sale. I see B stock already. Oh, cool. It's already up. And B stock is fine. Buy used, buy B stock. Like I think my first Focusrite interface was B stock, and that was great. But other than that, look at the music stores like Sweetwater, ZZ Sounds, Musician's Friend, things like that, because some of those places have little specific sales. But in terms of software, there's a ton. There's so much. Biome says, thanks for showcasing Arturia. I did not know the V collection is on sale. That is a steal. It for sure is. I remember getting like a Waves plugin bundle on Black Friday way back when. Like, this is the time, if there's a big library or a big thing that you've been hoping to buy, this is the best time of year to buy it, obviously. And then if there's really not something you've been dying to buy, maybe you just want to, I don't know. Sometimes it's okay to buy yourself a little treat, I think. That's kind of how I usually approached Black Friday and all that. It's like, if I can get myself a little treat, not break the bank, but spend $100 or below on something cool and new. I mean, don't forget, beginning of the stream, we talked about getting an Orbital 1 for $75. That's crazy. That would have been an easy grab. I can't even express wireless Bluetooth MIDI controller. That is just cool and different. That would have been mind-blowing for me back in the day. $75. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this stream was good. I hope people that are watching it later found it helpful as well, because I'm not going to be doing like the full proper video. Why not just do this as a stream? I thought this would be a good thing to end before Thanksgiving. I'm working on a couple cool videos right now that will come out just after Thanksgiving, I think. So stay tuned for that. If FedEx delivers the things that they need to deliver, you know how it goes. Stressing about that. But that's going to be it. Streaming on Saturday. We'll check in more. We'll talk more on Saturday. I'm looking forward to hearing your music. If you are a channel member, make sure you put your link and make sure you follow the directions in the pinned post. If you already posted your music in Discord, go look at your post again and go look at the pinned post in Discord and see if you followed all the directions, because I'm just going to delete people that did not do it, and you can submit again, and hopefully you get in. But yeah, if I don't see you all, if you all don't come to the stream on Saturday, you're not my real friend. Just kidding. But have a happy Thanksgiving if you're here in the US celebrating. If not, just have a good weekend. I'll be traveling, visiting the fam. I'll be eating lots of food. And that's all I have for you today. The little secondary setup back there, I gotta tell you all, where that big light is right now, there's a very cool setup situation happening, and I'm working on that video, so stay tuned. If you didn't watch, last week's video was a fun performance on Jeju, lo-fi beat making on Jeju. Lockdown Guitar added the guitar on that. Video before that was what you can do with your unfinished music. That's a very good video. Just dig back in if you didn't watch all the videos. Dig back in and see if you missed something over on the channel page. And don't forget to relive the fun. This is the last thing I'll leave you with. Don't forget to relive the fun of the 24-hour live stream. Is the playlist here? Where is the playlist? Every part of the TAETRO, of the Beattober 24-hour live stream is posted. It's in a playlist. If you go to youtube.com/TAETRO, it'll be the first thing you see. Maybe not the first thing, but it's there. It's in a playlist, and you can relive the fun and watch the whole thing. That was so much fun. All right, everybody, my voice is dying, and that's all I have for you today. Go get some Black Friday deals. Remember the links in the description. A lot of them are affiliate links. So if you're planning on picking up one of these, please make sure you use one of those links, and it will very much help out the channel. It helps keep the channel going, and makes it so I can keep making cool videos for you all. That's going to be it, everybody. Take care. US peeps, have a happy Thanksgiving. But this is not goodbye, because I will see you all on Saturday at 1 p.m. PST for the track feedback stream. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a safe and happy rest of the week, and have a good one.